Cool.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
Welcome to upNup podcast. I'm Chris. That's
I'm
Ty.
Ty, and we messed it up one more time.
Still doing it backwards.
Still fucked
That's
it
our
up.
shtick now. Yeah,
Yep.
That's
We'll get it
forever.
right next time. Don't worry, uppers.
Sure.
We got this.
Sure, we will.
Christopher,
All right. Yes.
how have you been this
Ty.
week?
Pretty good. It's today's nice. I'm off today for President's Day. Tomorrow's my birthday.
Ooh.
They were calling for snow, so I got a little excited that I might get a snow day on my birthday, but
Nice.
now that changed to rain, so that sucks.
Well, now you get to get rained on your birthday.
That's true. I think Alanis Morissette wrote a song about that,
Nice.
right? Ironic.
Yes. Which is not ironic.
Not at all. No, but no, I've been good since last week. Recently bought. I'll talk about what I've been playing lately because I've been playing Ring Fit Adventure. Bought that last week
On the Switch.
and on the Switch. And
What's
I
that
will
going for nowadays? Is it still
I think it was like $80.
$80? Okay. And that comes with
my
everything.
one. It does. It comes with everything, including the game. My only complaint is this is the one time where I wish it was a digital copy. Like
Oh.
I wish when I bought the box, it was like the leg strap and the ring, and then a digital download code for the game.
Oh.
Just because it's a game I'm gonna play every day, and obviously because I'm getting exercise through a video game, I'm a lazy piece of shit, and it's just annoying to have to change the cartridge every time I want to play this
Wow.
game.
You do realize it's an exercise game, and you're too
Yeah.
lazy to change the
Yeah.
cartridge.
It's just
You do
annoying.
see- Now that's ironic.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh,
No.
for sure. No, I'm just like, it's just, as somebody who still is not quite fully into embracing the digital world, games that have either high replay value or games that I will keep forever, like, I'll never buy a Madden game digitally,
Okay.
but I'll buy a From Software game digitally, or I'll buy Mario Party digitally or something. I'm just not interested in buying a game that is new every year. Call of Duty's the same way. I'm not gonna buy a digital version of a game that gets a new release every single year. But I will say, like, I get annoyed with having to change discs now. I've been spoiled by the digital era, and it's just like I have to get out like. So when I was playing it the other day, I was playing Pokemon beforehand, and then I was like, I want to play Ring Fit Adventure. So I had to dock my Switch and then get out the Pokemon case and put it away, and then get out the Ring Fit Adventure case and put that in. And it was just like, I wish it was just a digital download code.
I don't even remember where to put a memory card into my. Where do you put a game in?
It's the top right if you're looking at the Switch, right next to like where the right bumper is.
I only have I've had Breath of the Wild, and that was it.
Yeah.
That was my only game I ever bought a physical copy. Have you licked them?
I have, yes. I licked them, and I made Kara lick one as well.
Nice. I have tried to convince people to lick them, but they have gotten on to. They caught on to me. They're like, why?
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's just no reason. I heard they taste like candy.
Yeah, they're really sweet. Yeah. I tried that, and then Kara was like, no, I saw like a video of someone licking one. Yeah, they're bad, and I guess for some people, the bittering agent is like worse than others. Like when I licked it, it tasted bad for like a minute, and then it was gone. When Kara licked the cartridge, she had the taste stuck in her mouth for 2 days.
Wow.
Like she was like, no matter what I eat, no matter what I drink, as soon as I'm done eating or drinking, I taste it again.
Wow. Yeah, I feel like Christy would be the exact same way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. To get people to lick the cartridges. I wish there was a more inconspicuous way to do it.
Just put it in their cereal.
Yeah. Oh man, how'd that get in there?
Oh,
damn it. No, Ring Fit Adventure though is really really fun, and
Explain it. When you first boot up the game, what are we looking at here?
So it's just your typical menu selection screen where you can play story mode or you can do different mini games.
Okay, but the story mode's really where the meat is, right?
I've only done story mode so far, and it is fun. It is honestly a very fun game. It does kind of kick your ass a little bit. We play on silent mode because jogging in place scares Apollo.
Okay.
He freaks out. So on silent mode, instead of jogging, you squat to make your character run. So it's a little bit more intense, honestly, than jogging in place.
Yeah.
Because you're just doing if you want to get through the level fast to get a better score, you got to squat faster.
Wow.
Or there's some spots in the game where you have to run upstairs. So to get up the stairs faster, instead of squatting faster, you squat deeper.
Ooh.
And you skip steps. So the deeper you go in the squat, the more steps you skip.
Oh, okay. All right.
And you've got to be decently coordinated as well. As you're running through a map, you also have the ring in your hand.
Is that for steering or?
No. So there's creatures in the game. There's boxes to collect coins. Where if you squeeze the ring, it blows air out. And if you pull the ring, it sucks air in. So, for example, if there's coins out of reach, you can point the ring where the coins are, pull, and it'll suck them in. If you see a box off of the side of the trail, or an animal that's coming across that's going to cross your path, you can blow air at it so it doesn't cross your path and, add time on.
So it kind of, from what you're telling me, it kind of has, a Pokemon Snap feel to it, but you're doing the running? I guess?
Absolutely.
So it's kind of so it's on rails. I'm assuming,
it is on rails.
But you make it go fast by your squat thrust.
Yep, your speed is controlled by your movement, and then the ring as well. So
that's fascinating.
There's also some places
is it
where,
the environment interactable with this?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
And it's really pretty too. It's a very good looking game.
I think I saw it. It uses the Breath of the Wild engine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, why not? So this game cost them nothing to make.
No. And then if you point it down at the ground,
something,
and squeeze the ring, it blows air. So you jump up in the air and you can hover and stuff with it.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you got a lot of. Do you obtain more abilities? Or do
I don't know. I haven't gotten
everything?
That far yet, but yeah, I think you've got to get more abilities as you move on. I'm not sure yet. We're in the first world right now.
Okay.
And it's a very it's a Mario-esque game in the story mode where you've got a couple levels you got to beat. Then you get to the boss fight. Then when you get the boss fight, he leaves at the end after you beat him, and then you unlock another path where you have to
chase him down again.
Yeah.
Do you have to face his kids?
That would be really cool. No, he's a very buff black dragon in a tank top.
So it's all tongue in cheek, like exercising bits and stuff.
Yeah, very very much so.
Are all the monsters like barbells and stuff, or are they all lifting and stretching or something? What do the monsters look like?
So I haven't come across any monsters yet. So I'm not sure what they look like besides the dragon. But I know as your character gets so when you're working out, if you get into a rhythm, your hair catches on fire and it's like going Super Saiyan. So it encourages you staying in rhythm with your squats too, instead of just trying to
so there's a nuance to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there is. And
how accurate? Because now let me get this straight. You've got, so it's usually the Switch controllers. One controller goes in, I'm assuming, the ring.
Yep, one goes in the ring.
And then where's the other one go?
The other one goes in the center of your left thigh. So it comes with a strap that you slide the controller into, and then you tighten the strap around your thigh. So that's how they measure your squats, and it is very accurate.
Really impressive. I mean, I'm trying to remember. Both only one controller has an IR reader, right?
Yeah, the right Joy-Con, because that's how you take your pulse during the game.
Yeah. Oh wow. Oh, okay. So it literally wow.
Yeah, like you have to stick your thumb gently over it at certain points in the game, and it reads your pulse.
Wow.
To like measure your calories.
Man, I am always really surprised at the versatility of the Switch controllers and the Switch.
It really is, and it converts because we play in silent mode, it converts your squats to actual like running. So it tells you like the equivalency after you beat a level.
Okay.
Like you squatted
how many based on how many calories you burned.
And yeah, so in the first level it was like your squatting was the equivalent of jogging 563 yards.
Wow.
And it seriously burns calories too. Like I matched it up. I had my phone in my pocket, so it was reading the workout as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's accurate, man. It told me in the first level, in a little less than 3 minute exercise, I burned 23 calories. And my phone said I burned like 22.7. Wow. So it's really close.
That's pretty impressive.
But it makes it very fun. Like it I genuinely look forward to playing the game. It's a good like cardio workout.
Hey, that's good.
It's fun. It is very like tongue in cheeky. It understands, like it gets what it's doing. It gets
what it is. Yeah. I feel like he's a little too young since he's 4, and I feel like he might just like go Godzilla on these things. But I'm waiting to like snag me like a Labo kit on like when it's lower in price. Maybe I especially want to get like the car one.
The car one and the robot one I think would be awesome for Fletcher. I think he would love those.
Because the car one I actually watched someone play, and I believe they used the same thing, Breath of the Wild engine. And it looked impressive. It looked like a proper game. You have to switch. You basically put your remote in a key that you make, and that's your like master key. You take that out and you put it in the different vehicles, and then that'll register what vehicle you're in, and then it just changes on the screen. And then you have all the controls from that, control that, I guess it's like the steering wheel column that you get.
Yeah.
So sometimes, you're in a steering wheel, sometimes you have the submarine and you have to turn the jets to like point yourself, but you have to collect keys and hidden items and race people. Looks like. So
it's very innovative.
Yeah. Always super innovative. So I think, maybe like next year, I feel like he'd be like in that age where he'd like, I don't want to just get it now because he wouldn't have fun constructing it. Right. I think it would be.
Yeah, he would just want it to be done.
Yeah, it would just be a toy to him, and it would just kind of be like maybe a subpar toy. But I feel like if he built it himself and saw like how all the stuff went together and how it works, and I don't know, I feel like there'd be a lot more to that game then. You'd be like a lot more pressed. So.
Yeah, I hope, and I'm hoping with like the I'm hoping with the Ring Fit Adventure they do more stuff like they did with the Wii Balance Board. Because it would be a cool interface to have in like other games. Especially because the Ring is like very responsive. Like it so when you first start the story mode, when you first make your account on the game, you have to calibrate like all of the Ring settings.
Yeah.
So like it has you do a couple shallow squats, it has you do a couple deep squats, and then it has you squeeze the ring and hold it as long as you can, and then pull the ring and hold it as long as you can, and it measures your strength. And then that corresponds to like in the game, like so like for example, there's levels where like you have to open doors and like you have to create a strong gust of wind to open heavier doors. So like if you don't hit it 100%, it doesn't open the door in one squeeze. So you have to do multiple.
Oh.
And even that's like pretty accurate. Like I said, it's like there. I definitely found myself a couple of times just being like, oh, there's a door coming, and like squeezing what I think would have been hard enough, and then by the time, like it also too, like if you start squeezing early and it's just a light puff of air, it won't travel as far. Like they've done like the distancing really well.
Like a stronger gust will go farther.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Huh.
It is really, really, really well made.
That's cool.
And I can't believe I like it as much as I do.
Yeah, I remember it coming out and I was like just looking at it, I was like, that looks ridiculous. But I never heard bad reviews about it. Like from any like source I saw, like everyone was like, I'm pleasantly pleased with this. This is just delightful.
Yeah, it is really great, and like
it seems like it gets out of its way then too. It seems like it just lets you play it then. Like I feel that was the problem with Wii Fit for me. I was just like, let me just do this. Like so many tutorials and calibrations, and by the time I was done, like I didn't even want to do it anymore.
Yeah, this is great. We haven't had to recalibrate it once. I mean, we've only had it for like 4 days.
Oh yeah,
but we haven't had to recalibrate anything at all.
Like, how does that work? Because like, do you have to like does Kara have her own character too?
Yep.
Okay. So
so you can have as many profiles as you want.
Okay.
And it remembers it perfectly.
So recommendation from Christopher.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, absolutely. Get it. Like if you're at all, especially in the winter, it's really nice. Like when the weather is nicer, Kara and I like to go for walks and like be out in nature and stuff. But it's just been so brutal lately. This is a really, really good alternative, and like I said, it makes it like I look forward to playing it later tonight.
Well, that's cool.
We're trying to play it for at least a half hour every night, and I am like looking forward to playing it later. It's like, it's so good, and it helps that it's so pretty, and like it's so funny because I genuinely, the first night we played it, I forgot that it was like a fitness game. I just was loving the game so much, and then I finished the first level, and I'm like, whew, I'm out of breath.
Oh yeah, I'm tired. Like, this is not going to be an all night thing. Can't do a marathon of this game. How long is it? How long is it supposed to be? Like, okay. So you're playing like a half hour like chunk at a time. Like, what are they saying? Like, that would take you to beat the game. Like, is it like a proper like 20-hour game? That's like 40 sessions. That would be bad.
Looking it up now and seeing how long it is. So there's 23 main worlds, 23 extra worlds, and 23 master worlds. Worlds get pretty long once you get past World 5, and there's lots of side quests too.
Side quests? There's like quests?
Oh yeah.
Is it like an RPG?
It is, yeah. There's a level up system and everything. Wow. Like Kara was pissed because the first night we played, her character didn't level up and mine did, and she was like, "What the heck? That's stupid. Why did you level up and I didn't?"
Well, you did better.
And I was like, I finished a little faster,
Kara,
and
he did it better.
I was on fire a little longer than you.
Yeah, up your game, Kara.
There's also 4 different difficulty settings, including like a new game plus. So it's got a really good replay value and like does get significantly harder with each other thing. Yeah, I can't find. Some people are saying 2 weeks. Some people are saying a month. All right, around 85 hours to beat.
Wow.
Like, completely.
85.
Yes.
And you're doing half-hour chunks, so double that. So, damn, like a 100. You have like a whole half a year to do this.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? That's good. Because I'm assuming that was going to be like a lot of people's concerns. Is like, how long can I stick with this? And they could always add more. They could always add more. Huh.
So so what I'm finding is between 74 and 86 is like the consensus.
Well, that's pretty
Like
cool. That
depending on
that
how
makes
well you
me a
do
lot
and
more like impressed with the game now that you can get that much quality out of it. I wonder how much they
yeah.
recycle and stuff. I wonder if it's just playing the same levels and they're like altered a little bit. But if they're using the same engine, they should be able to, really keep the cost down. I mean, hell, you could just run
Yeah.
around Hyrule.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I will keep the uppers and you updated as it goes on and I get deeper into the game
Yeah.
and
Excited to hear your progress.
let
I
you
want to
know
know. I want to know
if it's
what
like
if you take down this Machismo Black Dragon. Boom. So, in other news, I wanted to talk about this happened at D.I.C.E recently. Disney, as you know, a couple years ago, they got rid of their interactive department, canceled Disney Infinity. Did you ever get into Disney Infinity?
I didn't. I never got
The
into any
toys
of
to
those
game
like
thing. Yeah.
Skylanders,
I
any
mean,
of that stuff.
I felt like it had a
Yeah.
good premise.
Um.
It was more sandboxy, so it was more designing stuff. So,
Yeah. My a couple of coworkers when I worked at GameStop tried to get me into that Starlink.
you
Is
know
that
what?
the
I
space
actually
one?
have that. It was, I think it was like after Christmas. I saw on Kotaku or something that Best Buy was selling the 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 Star Fox one, the one that comes with the R-wing and the
Oh, really?
game with the like additional content with the
Right.
whole Star Wars or the Star Fox like side campaign.
That was the one I almost bought.
It was $5.
Whoa!
So I was like,
What?
okay, done. $5. I was like,
Yeah,
he
that's
kid can
insane.
kid can play the spaceship. I'll play the game. Even if it's
That's
terrible,
nuts.
we got a spaceship. And the little Fox
Yeah,
McCloud. I don't know what the other guy was. I think the other guy was with the original game. I didn't care. But
I would pay $5 just for that ship.
I know the ship's really nice. The ship's really cool.
Yeah,
I like put it on my desk. But
that's awesome.
yeah, ever since Disney got out of the market, they've just been quiet. And considering they're like the biggest media conglomerate and video games is the biggest, like the most selling, the highest grossing outlet, you would wonder why they're not into it.
I think
So,
I heard somewhere that video games officially beats music and movies
and
combined.
books,
That's
all three.
crazy.
Yeah, they're much bigger. Yeah, they're the biggest media outlook. But
Take that, everyone who says I'm wasting my time by playing
I know.
video
People
games.
need, yeah. Anyone who ever gives you flack, you just need to say that. That is like, we are the biggest industry. We're the ones that call the shots.
Oh, absolutely.
Because here's the thing, we absorb all the other things. We are a
Uh-huh.
moving medium. We are music. We are literature. Everything pours into us. We're the combination of all three. It's really
That's
not
true.
it's really not that hard to believe. I wanted to talk about the fact that during D.I.C.E, the VP of, I guess, Disney Sean Shoptow, Disney's focus. Anywho, they were quoted to they basically want to send out their IPs to game developers, like experienced
Man,
game developers. The quote is, "We are really empowering you to do really unique things with our catalog." Adding, "We want to tap into the power of creatives across the industry. We want to dream big and look forward to all things that we can do." So basically, they just sent a letter. They just sent an open invitation out. Just, hey, you got an idea for one of our IPs? Just float it our way. Let us hear it. They
yeah.
are like literally the belle of the ball right now.
Hmm.
So I thought of a fun little game for us to play. Are you excited?
Okay, I'm excited
Okay.
for this.
So I don't know how this is going to go, but I have thought of 8 video game companies, video game developers, and 8 Disney IPs. Now we could
Okay.
do this 3 ways I've thought of, and I didn't know really how to want to do it, so I figured I'd leave it up to you. I can give you the list of the game companies, and you tell me what IP you would want them to make in their style. I could give you
Okay.
the Disney IP, and you tell me what game developer you'd want to make that game, or I could give you both, and we
Ooh.
could try, and we could basically connect the lines, and when one gets used, we can't use it anymore. So we might be stuck with like
Oh man,
a, a 101 Dalmatians made by From Software, and we have to figure it out.
that would be that's interesting, man. I think that one could be like, I think that version could be the most interesting for like.
Leave it up, put it on the website, let them play.
Yeah,
all right.
I like that version though. I think that's fun. I have 5 that I thought of too, so I can throw those in the ring as well.
Okay, I kind of want to. What do you want? You want me to read my list and see what you would want to do?
Yeah, let's start. Well,
what do you want me to do? You want
see.
game developers, or I want to say the Disney IPs are better because there's so many more to pick from. I could give you like a series of game developers if you need help. Then.
Okay, yeah, let's do that then. Throw some IPs out there.
All right, so I got a simple one for you that I feel like could go many ways.
Okay.
First up, Solo.
Solo.
What game developer is making a young Han Solo game?
Oh man, I feel.
What would you like it to be?
I feel like it would have to be like Naughty Dog, like not to go way too easy on that one, but it makes the most sense. Naughty Dog makes really
a story-driven one, like very not open world in some areas,
right,
for a little bit of exploration, but mostly down a set path.
Down a set path and a piece of his timeline as well. I don't think you could do like an origins to now or from birth to death or anything like that.
So like it would have one to be specific smuggle run or something, or
yeah, some piece of his life,
some piece of lore, bring in some characters.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that would be pretty good.
Okay. I you know what's really funny? Number 1 on my video game list was Naughty Dog. Number 2 on my Disney list was Solo.
Yeah.
So you did match them up. I didn't. These are in no particular order.
Yeah.
All right.
I do think too that like just like thinking of the art style, like I know I can't imagine anything, but I could see Naughty Dog's art style fitting a Solo game pretty well.
Do you think they could transition into a space setting?
I think so.
Because I will say, I something else on this list. I'm going to give it to you right now because this is the one I thought might be Naughty Dog. Indiana Jones.
Ooh, okay. Indiana Jones.
What would if you can't use Naughty Dog, if we're under our weird how about we'll do it that way? At least you can only do it once. Any game developers available
drafted.
to you.
Naughty Dog has been drafted.
Naughty Dog has been drafted. So we got Indiana Jones. Any style. Art, you can do RTS if you want.
I think if we're doing adventure, Ubisoft would be the best. I think doing an Indiana Jones game in the Assassin's Creed sort of styling would be very interesting.
Without you could really cut down on the traversal. You don't need to be on every fucking rooftop.
Yeah, no way.
So you could tone it, bring it down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Focus more. That would be interesting.
And then you can focus more on the ground travel. You know what I mean?
I could just see playing the Raiders of the Lost Ark, and you have to be in that town. Yeah. Just kind of like the Moroccan town, Morocco or wherever they were.
Right.
Just exploring that, trying to find clues and
Oh, you know who else? No, I'm gonna take that back.
Change
Ubisoft would be good. Konami, specifically the team that does Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, how about Hideo Kojima then? Let's not get Konami involved. Konami has nothing to do with Metal Gear. They ruined Metal Gear.
Yeah,
okay. So that's awesome. Kojima with Harrison Ford.
Yeah, I think a
bromance,
and him doing a weird reimagining of it, where I would love to see him do a Raiders of the Lost Ark, having
He
to
could do
do
Crystal
with like
Skulls.
the Nazis and all the chase
Yeah.
scenes and stuff. I think that would be pretty good.
He would throw a lot of
I think that
like
might be better than.
Yeah.
I also would.
Yeah,
I also.
Ubisoft's a safer bet. I will say
Yeah,
that.
it is
Ubisoft's a
safer.
much safer bet.
But I think artistically, I think Hideo Kojima would be way better.
Okay. All right, I'm going to change it up now cuz
Okay.
I'm pulling from all of Disney. Wreck-It Ralph. What do you make Wreck-It Ralph into? Yeah, see this thing? Yeah, see I'm going all over.
I think you make Wreck-It Ralph. I think Wreck-It Ralph becomes a very unique game, and it requires you to. I think it requires a pretty decent sized partnership, where it's not a full game on its own, but it's like one of those Atari best of collections, but just every main character in every game is replaced by Ralph.
Oh, so you just take a whole bunch of vintage stuff and you just introduce him in weird ways.
And as a different sprite,
it changes the game. It changes the gameplay a little bit.
Yep, I think that would be a really, really fun way to
like he keeps going to games trying to be a hero.
Yeah,
and keeps messing up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that would be a really fun way
that's clever.
To do a Wreck-It Ralph game, where like you're still fitting the narrative of the movie.
So, you know who would be really great with this? Devolver Digital.
Oh.
Because, like, Hotline Miami style.
Yes.
Like, but just do it, like, or, who's the company that did, like, Pony Island?
Well, I was thinking even, who did, like, Nier Automata and, The Wonderful 101 and, like...
Pony Island was Daniel Mullins' game. That's right. That's who I was. Think they're the same. Platinum
would be good because they've had a bunch of games that are just like different art styles. So I think it would be really cool to see like Ralph gets dropped into like a more JRPG style game, then he gets taken out of that and gets dropped into like a Wonderful 101, cartoony, top down style game, and then gets pulled out of that and goes into like a Metroidvania side scroller and so on and so forth.
Yeah, you actually get to be in the arcade and you see him jumping, like going through the electric wires.
Yeah.
To the different the stations, your hub world.
Yeah.
The train station.
Yeah, I mean, if we can bring back dead companies, I think Rare would be a really good one.
Okay.
Which I know they became Playtronic, but it's still not quite the same.
Yeah.
But I think that would be a really good one to do that sort of like there's a hub world and then you're just jumping into picture frames.
So like a Banjo-Kazooie?
Yeah, I think that would be...
That's another... I was thinking of like almost like a Metroidvania, but like a fun, like a really colorful sprite one. Like Image and Form, the guys that did like SteamWorld Dig.
That would
like
be cool.
that would be like just punching down and gaining like new abilities like a Sonic Punch or like a Charge Punch.
Oh, speaking of SteamWorld,
climbing.
I figured out what the game was that I was mistaking SteamWorld for.
2
weeks ago. It was Spelunker.
Oh yeah.
That game sucked big time.
Okay, don't play Spelunker.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was getting it mixed up with. But I'm gonna officially settle on Rare would be the game that the company I would want to come back and make a Wreck-It Ralph game.
All right, I like it, and in the style of like a Banjo.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we're gonna get something from the Marvel's universe now.
Ooh.
And I feel like it's a game that they could have fun with, and it's not an unpopular one. Ant-Man. What are you gonna do with Ant-Man? With the ability of going super big and super small, what do we?
Okay, so
what do you do?
Ant-Man, I would say, I think if they would have been able to properly execute their dream, Hello Games would have been a great studio for that.
That's
they did No Man's Sky.
Yeah, No Man's Sky. Okay.
So like kind of, like a procedurally generated, like when he's small, like.
So if you shrunk down, it would be the same world. Like they would have the coding for that, basically.
Absolutely.
That would be interesting.
You shrink down and it's the same world. Everything you saw when you were normal size around you is still there. You know, you grow and get bigger. Same deal. Everything that was around you when you were normal size or small, it's all still there.
I like it. And you go all the way down to like the cellular level.
Yeah.
Have to go through doors and stuff. That could be crazy.
Yeah.
Coding on that it seems far fetched, but like I've seen games that kind of pull it off sometimes.
Yeah.
Like
it would be crazy, but I think their dream they had set out for No Man's Sky would be really, really cool for an Ant-Man.
Excellent. I like that decision. Okay, we're gonna spin it around. All right, this IP actually already has a game, but I'm changing it up a little bit. The new DuckTales.
Ooh, okay.
What do you do with the new DuckTales? Because
man.
they've really opened up like the zeitgeist on that. There's so much more to that world than the original.
Yeah, there really is. That's a good one.
What do we make it? Do we go back and do it another just a simple side scroller? Do we make that a Metroidvania with multiple characters?
I know what I would do with it.
Okay.
I'd give it to Team Ninja, the company that did the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games.
Oh, a beat 'em up.
A beat 'em up where you select duos, right? So instead of having like a party of 3 or 4, you pick one. You pick your main duck, and then a side character,
A support duck.
Yeah, and then you just go out and it's a beat 'em up. And, you know, the missions are the same. You can recompose your teams depending on how you want. Make it
Different
a couch co-op game.
Different pass based on, on who you have.
Yeah, I think
have
that
like
would be really,
what's
really
the metal
fun.
duck? The cyborg duck.
Yeah.
Have him like he comes in and like if you have him, you can drop go over a certain place, go to a certain place you couldn't go to with Daisy Duck.
There's a door you can bust through,
or do you just play as Scrooge and you pick like your co-pilot basically?
So I think Scrooge would be a character where like he just like his main thing would be having a larger melee range, right? He's got his cane, so that's his primary weapon. So like he's one where like you still are physical, but like you get more space between you and the enemies. You can maybe use the cane to get across some spaces. Like you've got a little thing you gotta swing
You can hook
through.
it on things.
Right.
As like a zip line or something.
Right. And then I think you could maybe do in a fun way too where like Huey, Dewey, and Louie are one character. So for like that, for when you're playing as them, they're kind of like their controls are like when you're fighting something, they beat up on it at the same time. You do special moves where like 2 of them throw one at the guy, or you can do things where they're like climbing up each other. They create like a duck ladder, and they're climbing up each other and stuff like that. I think that would be a good way to tackle that sort of game.
All right, and you would be able to go around Duckburg, get all the characters.
Yeah, absolutely. Unlock everybody. That would be awesome.
All right. I got 3 more.
I'm excited. What makes me the most excited is we've had pretty much no crossover between our 2 lists so far. So
really? Okay.
When we finish with yours, I have a couple I want to go through.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah, I wanted to pick like not the obvious choices.
Right.
I wanted to go.
I have 4 not obvious choices. I have 1 obvious. I have 1 obvious one and 4 not obvious.
This might be my most obvious one, and I'm surprised there isn't a game. But I mean, Disney owns it, and Disney doesn't make games. So, but Avatar.
Yeah.
What do you make Avatar, and who makes it?
So we're eliminating all of the companies we've picked already.
Correct.
Who's making an Avatar game?
Do you want to hear my take?
Yes.
No, I want to hear your take. Because I've thought about this already.
Okay.
I want to see what you come up with.
My take is you make this game in 2012 when it would have been relevant, and you get BioWare to make it. I think BioWare making an Avatar game is like perfect.
Yeah, like a Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe not such a large scale as
not
Mass
so
Effect,
broad, yeah.
But definitely like The play style would fit really well.
More like what's their fantasy one called?
Oh, Dragon Age.
Dragon's Age.
Yeah.
Yeah. So more like that kind of one world.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, I think that would be
I
good.
was thinking make it I thought Blizzard would make it as a real-time strategy.
Ooh, that's really good.
Right? Like I feel like they have enough variety in like the humans have vehicles and the tanks and the robots.
Yeah.
And then you've got the blue people.
The Na'vi.
Oh yeah. Wow.
They
you got
have
them.
names, Ty.
I'm sorry. I'm racist apparently.
Just against blue people.
Just against the blue people. Oh God, that's good. You know what? In 30 years, they're gonna take that soundbite. A bunch of blue people.
Canceled.
I'll be fucking canceled. I'll lose my whole sponsorship deal with Nike. I got 2 left. One of my Fletcher's favorites, Incredibles. Who makes an Incredibles game? We've got some companies left. Let me see who's on my list here. We got Naughty Dog. Companies I had id Software. You said Ninja Theory. I got PopCap, which I know is bought by Microsoft. But I put it in there just to keep turn one of these into like a fun offbeat game.
Yeah.
We got Obsidian, which is like Pillars of Eternity, Neverwinter Nights. Like a real in-depth. Not gonna really be a hard spin with Incredibles on that one.
I may go. So, we said Team Ninja for the Ducks game, but I would say Ninja Theory would be really good for the Incredibles.
Okay. That's Hellblade,
Heavenly Sword, Devil May Cry.
Sword. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I like that.
I think that would be really
that would be
nice.
Fun. Okay,
so like just defeating waves of enemies, building up combos.
Doesn't have to be dark. Doesn't have to go as dark as they normally do. That would be interesting.
Try to get that S grade every time.
Lots
of costume unlocks would be really cool too. Getting to see Mr. Incredible unlocking his retro costume.
Okay.
Or
you go to Edna mode.
Yeah. Right. That's what your in-game currency is for. That would be really good. That would I really that's maybe my proudest one. That would be awesome. Seeing them do a bright keep the aesthetic of the Incredibles, right? That pastel-y 50s vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But just their style of game brought into that world would be cool.
I like it. That's cool. That would be fun.
Plus, they always do really fun, they always have really fun, on the rails levels in those games where, you're, driving a car or a motorcycle or something like that. That would be really good for the Incredibles world, too.
Elastigirl's motorcycle and the Incredibile or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. They got a lot of villains to pull from. A lot of bosses.
Yeah.
Plenty
definitely.
They could have fun in that world.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
And then I got one more.
Okay.
I got one more, and I'm trying to be topical because that's what I've been told to do that. I want to know what you would do with 2020's Mulan, the reimagining.
Yeah. So 2020's Mulan, I would do. Hold on, this is what I'm gonna have to look up because I can't remember who made it.
Who made this game that you're thinking of?
This game that I'm thinking of.
Because I'll tell you what I was thinking.
Yeah, you go with what you think. I have it.
I want to hear you first. I don't want to affect your decision. Or do you already know who it is?
I know who I'm going with. I just have to look up.
Okay.
Who the studio was.
And just based on where Mulan is going, and this is only based on where it started from and where they're going with it. Mm-hmm. I want Dark Souls. I went from software to make a Mulan that's like Sekiro.
Okay,
like
that would be really
hard.
Cool.
Like, because they're just making Mulan a hardened warrior.
That's true.
So, I want it to be, I want with Mushu. Is Mushu even in it?
He's not.
Okay.
No, unfortunately, he's not.
I don't know who was asking for this movie, but I guess Disney knows best.
Yeah, I mean they're going for that sort of, more serious live action dramatic stuff as well.
So who are you thinking?
Oh man, I didn't know they made it. Team I guess I'm going to pick Team Ninja again,
Team
not
Ninja.
To be racist. But
Ooh.
I was thinking of the Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 game.
Okay.
And how fun it would be doing a dark, gritty Mulan game in that style, where it's like, it's a sneak around game. You're trying to be stealthy.
You know what would be? Like a Tenchu.
Yes, Tenchu is exactly the vibe I would say.
There you go. Yeah. Well, yeah, Sekiro kind of had that Tenchu feel. Okay, Tenchu would be good. That's good. All right. Yeah. Well, I want to hear your five.
Also, Tenchu made by From Software. I did not know that.
Yes, way back.
Okay.
Back.
So I'm gonna do my list.
I picked none of yours, right?
Nope, not one.
All right, let's give me a movie.
Okay.
Or give me an IP.
I will. So the first IP I have on my list is the movie Ratatouille.
Okay. Oh fuck. Okay. Simple. God, who makes it? I've never played the game, but I have seen it played. I know exactly where I'm going with it. Cooking Mama.
Oh, Cooking Mama. Okay. We went similar routes.
That's the 2-player one. That's the 2-player one, right? The multiplayer one.
Overcooked is the multiplayer
Overcooked.
one.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Team
Overcooked.
17 makes that. That's the same one I said.
Oh, Worms.
Yeah.
Really? Team 17 makes that?
Yep.
Good for them.
Good
for them. I always loved them.
And what I want from this, so
One-trick ponies for the longest time.
My envisioning of this game is it controls similarly to that Human Fall Flat game? Have you watched any gameplay of that or anything?
Yep.
So it controls like that, but plays like an Overcooked.
Like Octodad kind of thing?
Yes. Like it controls like there's a rat underneath the chef's hat controlling the chef.
That's so much better.
So
that's awesome.
Sometimes it overcorrects. You know what I mean? If you hold in the right joystick too long and let go, he runs past you letting go. So you got to get used to the
he gets
style.
momentum and stuff.
Yes, but very
he's a
floppy.
puppet.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so
That's
funny.
That's exactly what I imagined.
Oh, and that could be so cute and low budget.
Right?
Like kids. Chris, you're onto something there.
It would be so fun.
On to something.
All right, my next IP, Toy Story.
Ooh.
Toy Story games have already existed. I'm going down kind of a wild path with this one, so I'll be interested to see if you guess what I was thinking.
Now, see, it depends if you want to put, if you just want to single out one character,
okay,
or if you want to do, all the characters. Man,
So I'll to make it, if you're trying to guess what I said, I'm thinking single character.
Okay. What's jumping out at me? I'm thinking maybe a Red Dead Redemption style.
Okay. That would be really cool. With
Woody set in all three movies. Andy's room, then the daycare center, and then Molly's room. And so you have 3 different zones that you kind of go to, and just I don't know, do quests. Have a major quest.
Yeah.
Do something, but then go around the whole room, go around Andy's room, bump into other toys, be the sheriff basically.
And it would be cool if you had to actually travel back and forth. If it was less about chronological order, and you're actually like just going back and forth between those different
Going.
locations.
Well, yeah. Well,
So maybe 3 and 4 would be good for that then.
Well, you could do it like you could do the first one as like the prologue.
Oh yeah, like
Molly's mom works at the daycare, so then you could just go back and forth. So
yeah, that's good.
I know way too much about Disney movies. Because I have a kid.
So I was thinking you do a dark, gritty Toy Story game made by FromSoft, where the toys are out to destroy the humans, and you're playing as the toys.
Oh.
So you're in this world where the toys have had enough. They're tired of being broken and abused by people.
They've decided to break their... What is it, by the way? Are they incapable of moving when somebody's looking at them?
No, they are. It's from my understanding, it's like
a code. It's like
the toys
the
code.
Law of toys. How comes Buzz has no recollection of that?
Well, because what they hint at with the first one is that it is learned, right? Like when a toy is made in the factory, they don't know that's just they exist from that moment on, and then they learn the code from other toys.
Oh man, Chris, watch where you're walking. There's plot holes everywhere.
But no, like I want like a dark, like Woody's had enough. You're fighting like you're running around the world as a toy, but fighting normal sized things, like, or even a Shadow of Colossus, you know.
Okay,
sort of.
Now I'm on board. Okay, so you're literally climbing people,
humans.
And they're trying to shake you off.
Yep, and you're defeating them, and that's what your goal is.
Just murdering your Andy and Andy's mom.
Yeah.
You dress up that dachshund in like plastic armor.
Yes, absolutely.
Just march it.
Man, good, right? Doesn't that sound like a great game?
Bo Peep is just like in like leather.
Yeah. And she's like the kind of OP character you unlock after you beat it on like hard mode. Because she's got her cane and stuff.
Wow. Duke Kaboom.
Yeah, Duke Kaboom. I
gotta tell you that you know when you got him that toy of Duke Kaboom?
Yeah.
And then we pushed it and he just like slowly went out.
Yeah.
And then Kara goes, "That's disappointing." That's the exact thing that happens in the movie.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
I was like, that's funny.
Yeah. So then that was
what, 3?
2. The next one is a little on the nose.
Okay.
So I just kind of generically said Star Wars. We talked about a Star Wars property already. This one I'm just going to go through. I would love to.
You want to do Rogue One?
I would love Rogue One would be interesting. I think like
or Mandalorian.
So if we're talking like Rogue One, I think a really good company to do it would be the people who did Call of Duty and left. But I was just thinking like a coder, like Knights of the Old Republic style game. BioWare would be awesome for, if you could trust them.
Okay. Yeah.
But now we're getting into my two.
That's I feel and I yes.
But my last 2 here are the weirdest Disney IPs.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna throw in
these 2
really
are very
weird
very odd, and I kind of just threw them in there for comedic value.
For jokes. Was it Pete's Dragon?
Worse. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh shit! I forgot they own Fox. Oh, God, what would we do with that? It would have to be something just absolutely ridiculous.
I had like as soon as I thought of that, I thought of The Perfect Company.
I would say. I want to say make it something like Stick of Truth.
Okay, that would be cool.
But not RPG, but maybe another genre like that they could easily adapt. Like make it a really fun game on its own. It's just, and then they layer on like all this Always Sunny humor.
Like a GTA, like if Rockstar made an It's Always Sunny game. I think
exactly.
so.
GTA might be good.
I said Maxis, the company that makes the Sims games.
Maxis.
And,
okay.
And just straight up, it's you pick the character from It's Always Sunny.
Like a get rich quick scheme.
Yep.
Like everything.
Absolutely.
That's good. That's more what I was thinking. Like, I wanted it to be a genre that you wouldn't like, because South Park and RPG was like way out there, but then they made it work. So yeah, and they made it work because they had like all their characters that they pretended to be.
Right.
So yeah, that would be perfect. Yeah, like all like get rich quick schemes, like the shotgun.
Absolutely.
And the kitten mittens and all that stuff.
And that's all it is.
Trying to like sell it and market it and stuff.
Yeah, you just trying to build.
That would be great.
You trying to build like a financial empire as the characters
And your bar is like your main headquarters, like,
right.
And you just keep adding to the bar. Like your bar is like your constant slow stream of revenue.
Right, and then you have like successful or unsuccessful schemes from there. Where like,
and then they'll affect the bar. Like the bar changes, like mostly aesthetically, but a little bit, you get some bonuses or some stuff. Yeah.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah, huh? That would be. I think I would pay $60 for that game. I would pay like a full game price for like an It's Always Sunny, like financial sim.
They gotta get. It's all depending on the voice. They gotta get all of them though.
Yeah. That's for sure.
So that's where all your money, that's where your budget's going right there.
So the last one is another, just kind of crazy one. Storage Wars. Because Disney owns AMC.
Oh, wow. You really went weird. Okay.
I did.
Storage Wars. Let's see. What would we make Storage Wars into? I don't know. Like some sort of, like I would say like a sim game would be like.
Yeah, so what I went with is it's another simulation game, but made by Hello Games again. So you use that procedurally generated engine, where every playthrough your goal is to just earn as much money as possible. But every time you start a new game, it creates like they never reuse any of the
all the storage
units.
lockers are completely different. There's just clues and hints that you can. Because you're not isn't that like the thing they open them up and you're allowed to you're not allowed to enter
you're not
and
allowed
touch.
to enter, but you can look at it. So it
would all be procedurally generated. You would know what would be in boxes and stuff.
Nope. And sometimes you open one and it's a couple of things, and other times you open it up and it's tons of boxes or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And then you could just do like subtle programming cues or something like that like maybe the player base could pick up on to know whether or not a box has or a unit has value. But like just literally like every single playthrough you do, it's different units every single time worth different values, containing different items inside. And then I think you could do a really fun aspect too, like where you have to like it's a resource management game.
Yeah, so you have to start like upgrading your truck.
Yeah.
To like how much you can haul. Like you wouldn't be able to buy big lockers right off the bat.
Right.
Because you only have a pickup truck.
Right, absolutely.
And then you get like a staging facility. You bring all your stuff back, and that can like increase your time of appraisal or something.
Right, and then you can also like I was thinking too for like
because you would find items that you have no idea what they are. Right, you would find like
exactly.
Oh, I don't know how much this watch is worth.
Yep.
And then you have to research the
and then later on in the game,
$10 free game.
Yeah.
Free game microtransactions.
Right. And then there's later on in the game too where like you found a watch similar to this watch before, so you know that the price should be around this amount.
Now you don't have to pay for an appraisal or wait for the time.
Right. Or you can like
these games write themselves, Chris.
It allows you to take that
hey,
risk,
Disney,
right? Like
we're available.
So like with this game, I'm thinking too, like, oh hey, listen, I found a watch like this earlier. It sold for $250. It gives you the option to sell it now for $250 or pay the extra money to get it appraised, and it may be worth more or less.
Exactly.
So like you run that risk, right?
It.
Or like multiple selling methods. Like, listen, you can
sell it to a pawn shop.
something. Yeah, like you found this thing
or
in a
sell
locker.
it in bulk.
Right, you found this thing in a locker. You can sell it right now for $75, or you can put it on, a marketplace and wait 6 days for it to get sold, and it may sell for more, it may sell for less, but like that's the risk you take if you don't take the sell now price, like that sort of thing.
I like it.
And you really could do it as
fun.
You could do it as a mobile, like free to play game.
Yeah.
Where like, oh hey, listen, like
microtransactions increase the or decrease the appraisal time.
Right, or you can
Boom.
Or you can like, speed up, you can pay for ads for the things you're selling. So this item that was going to take 5 days to sell, you suddenly have someone who comes in and offers now, like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
We're in the wrong industry, Ty.
Boom.
We need to just be idea guys. They need to pay us to be in the boardroom.
Disney!
And just throw ideas at them.
Give us a boardroom. Give us some chairs. Give us some fancy water. I want water to be in a big glass before I pour it into my little glass.
And it better have some sort of fresh fruit in it.
Oh, yeah.
Cucumbers, limes, something.
I want a lime. I don't like cucumbers.
And the nice thing about this episode is all these ideas are now copyrighted. So we can sue your asses, Disney. We'll turn it around on you.
We're coming for you, Disney. Our lawyers.
Or if you're interested in buying any of these ideas, I would sell mine pretty cheap. I honestly...
Yeah, exactly.
I'm kind of a slut. Disney, I would sell my ideas for like $20,000.
Yeah, Disney, you can have these for a premium.
Yeah.
Going at a business sale. We'll sell them to you as a bulk deal.
Yeah, that was fun.
We need startup money, Disney. Help us out.
That's what we need. So, a call to the uppers. What are some you thought of, guys? What are some IPs and game companies you've combined that you think would be really good together?
And I'm going to post my list of the game the game companies that I came up with to match up with the games that I picked. I'll read them off to you.
Yeah.
I had Naughty Dog. I had Blizzard as their RTS department, not their Overwatch department. id Software, Image and Form, which is the Steam World guys. Because I thought that would give you variety, because you have like a Metroidvania, the other one that I couldn't think of is it's a strategy game, kind of like XCOM.
Okay.
Did you ever play XCOM?
Yes.
But it's side-scrolling. It kind of looks like Three Vikings. It's like the best way I could describe it. Like Blizzard's first game.
Yeah.
Or one of Blizzard's first games.
Huh.
But it's like it looks like you take turns and then you aim different types of guns and you can ricochet them off walls. So it's all about getting in position and making shots, and like turn-based strategy kind of looks like. That's the other one. But I picked them so you'd have like a game that if you wanted to do a Metroidvania, you had if you wanted to do like a car tactical game that they have that. They have a variety of games. Then we have From Software. So that gives you Sekiro and the Bournes and the Dark Souls, Ninja Theory, Obsidian, and PopCap. PopCap, who they Microsoft buy them? Are they Activision?
I think they're Microsoft. Or are they Activision now?
EA?
EA? Oh.
I want to say I remember seeing their. I think it's EA PopCap. Yeah, I want to say it's EA. I remember that logo.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's my I tried to get like a platformer, an action game, an adventure game, a strategy game. I tried to get one of each, so you can kind of. I'm curious to see what everyone does, because the fun part is not so much the obvious picks. It's the ones you're left with at the end. That you gotta like, oh man, what do I want to, and try to make it work. Try to make it work, uppers.
Yeah, find your way.
I'm curious to see what other people do.
We did get so on the Facebook post, we did get a couple. You were exchanging with Cody Krotzer about Square Enix and their ability to make.
Yes, Square Enix. Did we even mention them?
No, we didn't. And I think
because they're honestly like they're the ones that have probably have the biggest track record with Disney.
Yeah.
With, their Kingdom
I
Hearts.
think that's probably
which
the only
they've
reason,
had a relationship with them for 20 years.
I think that's probably the only reason why I didn't think of them, is because like,
Yeah.
they're already that relationship is already there.
Yeah. And you would think that they would. I'm wondering if Square Enix is kind of hurt.
Yeah.
They're like, guys, just made you lots of money.
Well, I mean, the issue is
with your characters jumping around.
Square Enix is a great company, but I feel like they're not very diverse. Like, they don't make a lot of different types of games. They make a lot of games of one specific type.
Well, they have isn't Hitman theirs? Didn't they
is it?
buy Eidos Montreal or something? Isn't that them?
Probably. That sounds right. But we did have.
I want to say Square Enix has Hitman.
We did have another listener, Tim Keynesbauer. He said, "I would like a sequel to Mortimer and the Riddles of the Medallion. It was a LucasArts game, so Disney should own it. I put so many hours into it as a child, but I don't." He said, "I don't know who I'd want to make it though." I never heard of that game.
No, is that like back in the Monkey Island King of what was the other one? King's Quest. That era.
Looking it up now. Oh, it's got a 4.7 out of 5 on My Abandonware and an 82% on Games Nostalgia. Came out in 1996. It's a children's first-person puzzle game developed by LucasArts. It is an interesting-looking game. It's like Myst for kids.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Huh, I've
Boy,
never
that
even
is
heard
odd.
of it.
I'm like watching some gameplay footage of it, and it's very strange.
I miss those eras.
Yeah.
That era. I was big into FMV games.
Yeah.
Loved it. Tex Murphy was my, I think, all-time favorite. The whole Tex Murphy games. He had a revival. He actually made one in like the current age.
Oh yeah.
Like FMV'd it and everything. I have it. I don't think I played it yet. I think I just got it on a Steam sale and was like putting it on the back catalog. But those were great. Detective noir games set in like this weird post-apocalyptic future.
Yeah, a lot of those FMV games were always interesting concepts. Like
these were in depth though. Like I remember playing like 30 hours in the one of them. Like they were long and hard.
Nice.
That's what she said.
Long and hard.
Long and hard.
Those are my 2 favorite adjectives.
Tasty.
Yeah, that was a fun game though.
That was a fun game. That was a long game. I gotta shorten those up. I think I should have stuck with 5.
Well, I mean,
couldn't narrow it down. I had 10, and I was like, 10's too much. I gotta narrow it down.
It's funny too.
I forget what I cut out.
I feel like we can probably come back to this too at some point in the future.
Yeah. Maybe do a different company.
Yeah.
What's left?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you're gonna talk about anything in media, it's Disney or bust, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't even know who else we could really even pull that much from.
Yeah.
That has this much, at least the diversity that Disney has.
At what?
Maybe NBC, like Universal, might be the other. Like you could do Harry Potter and.
That's true.
All this stuff. Yeah, I mean that's like their only counterpart.
It's just like how much longer until.
I don't know if I could talk about Universal. I work for them.
Oh, that's true. You might not legally be able to.
Yeah. I might have to be quiet about that.
Yeah.
Come back and my fan will be cleaned out.
Yep. They just scrape the company name off of the side. Take everything out of it.
They'd have to take all my skulls and skeletons out of my van. I forgot to take them all out. They showed up unexpectedly. It's like, we're here for your van.
Yeah.
Okay, well, just be warned. There's about like 16 or 17 skulls in there. Not like real skulls, obviously.
Wink.
They're not. But no, just like Halloween decorations and stuff. I would just like every year just put a couple more in there.
Yeah.
Now it's just out of control. I turned my gear shift into a skull.
Nice.
Just cut like a little hole in it, popped it right on there. Oh man, well I'm spent.
Yeah, that was fun.
I'm spent.
And we're at like an hour. A little over that.
We're at that moment again where we got to
Listen.
We got to come up with a saying.
It's never easy. It's never comfortable.
Chin up. Man.
It's so awkward to sign off when you don't have a sign off.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any funny anecdotes? I don't have any funny anecdotes. I got nothing. I got really inappropriate ones.
Yeah?
Yeah. We're just not going to go there, though.
Oh, okay. Not willing to.
Too inappropriate, too racy, too different podcast.
Yeah, that's for
the one we put on Pornhub.
Yeah. That's for upNup After Dark.
Yeah.
That's for you still up and up.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Bravo.
I'm a comedian.
Bravo.